we're back. Hello, people. All right. Let's do this again, shall we? Let's see who we get this time. Hello, Shannon, you're right. Welcome in here. I just restarted the live. We ended up talking about freaking, how, yeah, because we were talking a bit about, because someone was in school with Margaret Thatcher and ended up getting into freaking, talking about how Margaret Thatcher was, quite controversial to say the least. Yeah, welcome in, Dale. How you doing? You all right? I hope everyone's doing well today. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Did you get any snow, Shannon? What about you, Dale? Did you get any snow? We had a little bit, but not much. Yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Make sure you like the live. I'm not sure, I don't think so. Where are you at again? You're down south? Oh, you did get some, yeah. Yeah, I've heard it was quite bad around Birmingham, but we didn't get a whole lot here. We just got bits of it, but yeah, Northamptonshire. Oh, you're at Northamptonshire as well, all right? Because Shannon's in Northamptonshire, aren't you? I think I remember. But it's just odd because sometimes you'll go it'll be bad in one place. You go a few miles down the road and there's nothing there. Like it can change up very quickly. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a blessed day. But yeah. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Yeah, Northampton. That was, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah, that was where you're from. I do remember. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I have good long-term memory for things like that, but then I can forget what I did 2 minutes ago. It's just it's what it is, But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, I think everyone here has already subscribed to me. So yeah. But yeah, it's just we just gotta make the most of what we've got. Like I said, we've got to just people are just so focused on, the system's so corrupt and all that, but I guess I've come to realize it's like there's no point in really trying to bother about it. Instead, try to focus on what you can do to better your life and make more money and make more a better life for yourself. And focus on your health, focus on the people around you. Make sure that if everyone came together and started putting their ideas together, and we could do something great. But everyone's so divided. Everyone's so isolated. Social media. I train. I'll probably do something. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Yeah, because I mean, it's like people complain about being in poverty and all that, but there's people below it. There's always people worse off. And yeah, maybe you should put yourself through something uncomfortable every day because what it'll do is that after that everything else will feel like a breeze, and you'll be so it's not really so much about having tons and tons of money, because you'll start to find that simple pleasures are actually a lot more fun once you've been through something kind of tough. So yeah, how's it going, grind set? What to do if life cooks you hard? Hello, Shake. I would say just focus on gratitude and just focus on what's within your control, and just find something that you can improve on. How's it going, everybody? What's this about? We talk about health, fitness, and well-being and things like that. But yeah, hello, BMX Rapster 1212. How you doing this morning? Hope all is well with you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, people. That would be really appreciated. Like the live as well. People got 5 people here and 0 likes. So yeah. But yeah, just keep the chat flowing, everybody. But yeah, just try to focus on what you do have. Hello, Anthony. How you doing? Good morning to you. Focus on what you do have rather than what you don't have, and focus on what's within your control and not what's not within your control. Hear a like from you. Yeah, thank you very much. How you doing? Not too bad, thank you. I did a challenge yesterday, 500 squats and 500 crunches on the evening live last night, so you might want to go check that out when you get a chance, because yeah, I really tried to push myself and make sure I would get the challenge done, but yeah, unfortunately, not that many people shown up for it, but oh well, never mind, never mind. Oh well. I remember I was no, that was not the no, that was last night. I was doing it. Not in the morning. I was literally I was on last night, as well, and I was doing a challenge, but that was a different one. I'm hitting the gym. What do you recommend to do if I want to upgrade my body? Well, it's just to keep things simple. Just try and focus on just trying to train all your body parts. With like a moderate rep range to towards failure, and try to just basically focus on your on your making sure that you're doing it with good form and technique and all that. So you might want to look into make sure that you're doing things properly, try and slow down the eccentrics and all that, as in the negative portion of the lift, and just try focus on things like your nutrition as well, because you really need to make sure that you're eating enough calories and make sure you're having enough protein, and also what else do you need to do? Structuring your training. For example, some people might do push pull legs split. So what they might do is push pull legs, and then a rest day, and that might be to not get trauma. Wait, can I do it correctly without a trainer? I don't know what you mean what you're on about to get a trainer. I mean, I don't know. You can do training without a trainer. Why wouldn't you be able to? You can just go and do it without a trainer. But if you want to get a trainer, they might be able to help you with your diet and things like that, and other aspects of it, and it might just make it a bit less confusing. But I mean, I didn't use a trainer, but maybe I could have gotten progress faster if I'd have used one. But I was just kind of going through the motions of just trying to figure things out and to achieve correct form. I mean, you just want to look at maybe some YouTube videos on different exercises, but I would start off with machines. I mean, if you're doing it with machines, you're probably not going to get hurt on those. But when it comes to using free weights, that's when you're more at risk of injuries, because there's yeah. How's it going, Eddie? Yeah. Thank you very much, Eddie. How are we doing, everybody? I hope you're all having a good day. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, people. That'll be really appreciated. Just keep the chat flowing. Yeah. So is Jace now going live then? Yeah, he hasn't set up a live. I thought he said he was going live with his dog going for a walk or something, but because he said he would do one if it snows, but it has been. He said it got about 3 inches of snow where he lives, but we've barely got any here. I'm not feeling too bad, thank you. Yeah, feeling pretty recovered. So yeah, that's good. Is the rumor true that British people are really cold to each other? You look like a friendly person. A lot of people, yeah, I would say so. That's one of the things I don't like about the UK, is the kind of people here. I mean, I don't think it was always this way. People used to be a lot more friendly, I think, but seems like as time's gone on, people just, especially just in general in the West, they've just gotten a lot more cold to each other, and they just don't seem to really care about each other as much now. And it's I'd rather be somewhere where everyone's all kind of has each other's back, and I'd rather that kind of environment. And that's probably one of the reasons why people want to move out from the UK, not just about making money, but also that everyone's more supportive in a lot of these other countries as well. people have each other's back. But in the UK, it's just. But I don't want to like just give up on the UK and just like I don't know. Like I mean, the thing is, some people are like, oh, let's just go to live in Southeast Asia. But the thing is, there's problems over there. In a lot of these countries, you really have to research all these countries before deciding this is a disease of the West. Yeah, I agree, Jimmy. Everyone used to say morning to one another. And that's not the case anymore now. It's just as people growing up now, they're just growing up without any manners, and they just don't seem to care. Move to Liverpool, then maybe some will understand how having anyone's back works. Right, yeah. As you say now, it's like people are just kind of like, I don't know, like exploiting each other and like, I don't know. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Just gonna have a bit of a walk around, I think. So yeah, it's just, the country's just gone downhill, I think. The cost of living and everything. The cost of living is worse everywhere, but it's just the purchasing power of your money. But you've got to just look at like how you can actually increase your money, because if the purchasing power goes down, then that means you have to make more money. So, but then that means you're gonna have to work harder. But like I said, there is some like passive income stuff that you could generate. Like there's things such as like crypto, like cloud crypto mining, even if it's only like a few quid a month. I've seen some stuff where people, in fact, if you can actually get like, if you get multiple phones, you can in some cases do more. And there's other things like sharing bandwidth and other things to like make some bit of money each month. So you could like multiply it with a few different streams. Yeah, so it's just about trying to find things that are like easy and passive or semi-passive. So then you're not like basically that you're gonna have at least a bit of money left to actually enjoy your life, rather than it's like, I mean, unless you're like wanting to work and work and work, but why should people have to do that? I mean, it's just gotten to a point where people are just kind of sick of life here, and it's just kind of, this feels a bit kind of miserable. So you can understand why people kind of become a bit miserable over time, that they're just sick of how things are, with the economy and everything. But thing is though, like I said though, that we really do still have it quite well over here, despite all of the downturn. It's just people have had it so good that when there's a bit of, bad times, I mean, we're trying to build a community of like-minded people. I mean, like the people who want to actually better themselves. Hello, WD, how you doing? Welcome in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I live in Switzerland. I appreciate all the benefits, but it ain't living, it's existing. Yeah, that's it. It's UK has changed too much. So yeah, welcome back, Sally. Yeah, how are we doing? Make sure you like the live. Everybody got 11 people, and we've got 2 likes. So can we get to 11 likes real quick? But yeah, so yeah, Switzerland is. So you're saying it's not very good over there or something? I think in general in the West it's gone downhill, I would say. The West, some say that the West is the disease, but I think it's not just like the financial situation, but also just like I said, like people are just not friendly as much as they used to be. People have become a lot more cold. Also, like dating has also gone really tits up. Like the dating market, the entitlement of some people, and the rude behavior of people, that's just gotten to a point where it's like, really, like that, it's just like where people think that they can just get over on somebody else, and it's just this kind of just like the kind of parasitic kind of mindset of some people of like seeing somebody else as somebody that they can leech off or get something out of, whether that's validation or attention or whatever. Um, yeah, well, it's just that is obviously like an issue but we can't do anything about it though. Like it's just yeah, what we're supposed to do. I mean, and the thing is that these people haven't really got anywhere else to go, have they? So I don't know. It's just one of these kind of things where I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Well, I suppose you could say they should just go back to where they've come from, but I don't know. Like, I was like questioning, like, if they're that desperate to come over here, then like, there's got to be really fucking bad wherever they're from. I don't know. Some people are saying it really isn't that bad, but how is it that they can risk their lives going on boats? Like my country is fucked as well economically, but people are friendly, so I don't want to move anywhere. Yeah, I know. Say what you want, but I'd say social media is partly to blame. Yeah, yeah, I'm never going to date because it's ultimately pointless in the long run. That's a shame, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's just things have changed, but I still try to keep hope. But like, so many people are just giving up and deciding to just like, you know, go their own way, shall we say? Not just men, but also women as well. That they're giving up on dating as a whole and just not even going on apps, not even talking to people so much in person. Even they're just kind of keeping to themselves, maybe a small circle of friends, but apart from that, just kind of not really having much interaction with people at all. So yeah, how are we doing today, people? Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Don't they what, Sally? What do you mean? I don't, what do you mean about like have somewhere else to go? I mean like I'm just saying like how these people that are coming in boats. I mean, birth rates are going down in the UK apparently. Yeah, that would make sense. Like some might say that they would have to bring immigration in order to actually. So this is what they're saying about like that we would need immigrants in to basically keep the birth not keep, yeah, well actually keep the birth rates going up or something, to like have more new people coming in. Like they would need more doctors and more people to then like look after the elderly, because what would say happen is if we have like say say like the birth rate say 1.6, then it's not enough because we need at least 2 people for every couple. Like we need 2 children per couple because otherwise that's below replacement level. So I think that's the issue that needs to be addressed. If people aren't having children, then what's going to happen is that, well, we're going to end up with a deficit of children growing up. Then there's not going to be enough people to, but then again, some might say, well, it's going to be took over by robots eventually. So that's, yeah, which I think would be an absolute dystopia. Freaking robots. Yeah, yeah. That's it. It's just a lot of British people are not having children anymore, and the thing is, it doesn't help when you've got the shitty fucking dating market now. It's become so kind of toxic, and like I said, so many people are just trying to get over on each other. They're not actually seriously looking for anybody to actually settle down and have a family with. They're just trying to mess around with as many people as they can for their own ego. They're fragile egos because deep down, a lot of these people are actually insecure, because secure people don't need to be doing this shit. But what's that? I feel like from my experience, there's no heart anymore. Yeah, I would agree with that to a large degree, but what's this? Grindstone says Western philosophers talked about our modern day centuries ago. It's scary how their predictions were so accurate. Well, yeah, there was the whole like, 1984 George Orwell, and a lot of the stuff that was in that was like what come out to be true now. But yeah, we got a little bit of snow there, can you see? But yeah, we didn't really get much. But yeah, but yeah, it's just times have changed, and it's sad. I kind of wish I was born 10, 20 years earlier, because even then times were different. If like back in my parents' era and all that, and times were different then. And it's like you look at it now with that, how things have developed. Things have progressed in a bad way, I would say. Like yeah, but I'm quite concerned about things to come, like with AI taking over and things like that. I don't know. Is it ever going to completely take over, or will there always be like the need for a human, sort of interaction in like the in the things like our you know what I mean? Yeah, like the live, everybody, 11 people watching, 2 likes. Come on, guys. In the UK, is there girls coming from East Europe like to just live and serve to men? No, no. I mean, like a lot of these ones that come over here are probably just to leech, basically. Like you'll get the ones like they'll be like, yeah, they'll probably see a lot of the men as just like a kind of like a way out of their poverty or something. It's just like if a man goes over to Southeast Asia, they probably don't actually love the guy. They just love the money, what he can provide for her. So yeah. Now there's some women out there that are just going to genuinely love the guy, but it's hard to know whether it's true. AI is definitely scary, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite concerned about it because of how quickly it's developing and replacing so many jobs, and then what will happen then. And some might say that we'll just end up with like universal basic income, so everyone will be sort of given an allowance every month. But I'm thinking, who's paying for the allowance? And they'll say, well, it'd be in some like kind of digital currency. But then, if that's the case, then who's actually paying for that? They're just going to give you. The thing is, by doing that, you're going to create inflation, because if there's still some jobs available, then those people that are like going to have to pay in tax, basically, it's going in the form of inflation. Because what I've come to learn is that inflation is a form of taxation. In a lot of cases, like when the money, because if the basically if the wages if the wages aren't going up with inflation, then that's tax. That is basically means they're printing out more money than the wages can keep up with. So it's what they call a stealth tax. Well, even if those that want kids or recently had one still can't, because the help goes to non-British. Does that make sense? I'm sorry if it doesn't. I'm a little off in my head at the moment. Yeah, that's what it is. Basically, that you've got like, say, money going to illegals to put them up in hotels and crap, instead of actually helping the people who actually are born here. So it's like, I understand that people want to help people abroad from that are coming in from abroad, but like they're literally illegals. They're not even legally here, and you would rather prioritize them than your own people. So I can understand why people are so pissed off. I don't agree with causing chaos over it, but the film Wall-E is a good take on how too much reliance on technology has had bad consequences. Yeah, I've not seen it, but I remember hearing about that. But yeah, it's just you know, we're it just seems like we're going into a dark era, and I don't know if it's going to stay like that or whatever. But yeah, it's like we're becoming too reliant on technology. But yeah, it's just this whole like you're saying, there was this like illegal migration thing, and it's like I understand people want to, they're like, oh, we need to like care about these people. But the thing is, though, my whole kind of mindset on it is like you help your people first, and then that will then actually help those people in the long run. But I think it's the thing of short term mindset that's the problem. We've got to think long term and like what's best. Because if we can put more of the money into building our country up by, for example, by increasing tourism and like sort of increasing the amount of attractions that we have to see, things that people would come to from other parts of the world. So if we put more money into things like that, then we would get more money coming in, and we would then be able to then, if we actually did start to make a surplus, then we could actually help people. But yeah. Yeah. So it's about kind of like thinking long term, and that like what's going to be best for everyone long term, rather than let's just help these people out now and then screw everyone else over long term. It just doesn't make any sense. Like you just yeah, helping people that haven't actually helped us, and instead they should be helping us. And like just maybe giving people more of a sort of like they should be give people tax rebates, for example, um to help them out. I mean, they've given some people like allowances and stuff like that, but like they're not really helping people out very much, and in the lower income brackets. And there's people like paying tax that are like only earning like £20,000 a year, which I just think is an absolute disgrace. Like as if it's they're not already struggling enough with the cost of living. So I think they should like, instead of like putting money towards crap like that, then they should be actually trying to focus on, because what would happen is if people had more money, then it'd help the economy here. It'd help a lot of smaller businesses, and yeah. That's why people have to come in legally. We must have a say as a country as to who comes in. Yeah, because it's like they have to be a net positive to the country that they're coming to. Just like if we went somewhere else to live there, they would vet us. If I went to go live in, say, like Spain or whatever, I'd have to have a whole load of requirements. You would have to be earning a certain amount of money over minimum wage. You would have to have a certain amount of money in your bank account. It's like the amount of hoops that you would have to jump through to move to these countries, but yet these people can come in here without jumping through any hoops at all. And I just don't think that's really fair, is it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if we were in an ideal world, we could just move whatever the hell we want. Like, but we have different, cultures in different countries, and it can clash and cause issues when too much mixing happens. But But yeah, I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, you too, WD. You take care. But yeah, it's quite frustrating when you're seeing the country going to the dogs and things that could be avoided. And but yeah, there should be more focus on like yeah, just trying to make this like the place better for like tourism and make it more appealing. Make more attractions. I mean, you got places like freaking Dubai, who've like only like really built up in the last sort of few decades or whatever, and it's like there's just suddenly become this like huge kind of. Now, of course, there's a lot of like corruption that has led to that, but I think we could actually like if we really put our money into things that are practical and things that can actually help the country, and then we'd be doing way better. For those, it's simply, oh, you turned up in a boat with five, there's a house and 2K. When we have effing soldiers who literally fought and they get nothing. Yeah, and all these like, you got the freaking disabled veterans living on the streets. Like, it's just an absolute disgrace. The people who fought for the country, just to be tossed aside. Do you remember seeing a documentary where there was a Latvian man working in a warehouse? However, he was living in a tent in the woods. Good workers like him get ignored. Yeah, they just kind of like decide, you know what, just drop out of society because what's the point? Yeah, it's just, it's just that I just wonder if we're going to see more and more people become radicalized because, like you had people like Ted Kaczynski from, that Unabomber who was, with all this technology and all that, and just the way that things are going in general with the West and how it's become so toxic with because I know there's the whole thing people talk about, there's this like incel uprising, there's more and more. I'm seeing more and more documentaries that are coming out about these things. It's become crazy. Hello, Ryan. Okay, I'm gonna just yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Anyway, so anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. We're hopeful in the US right now that change is coming. So yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? I mean, people, they're always saying that though, aren't they? Like, oh, this new president's going to change everything. But does it really? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But even if some more things happen, it's probably, in the grand scheme of things, really hasn't changed that much. So, like most of the time, it's just kind of like, just much of the same. So I really don't have any hope of any like politician actually really making any meaningful change. But that's just my outlook on like politics, really, and I just don't, see it as like kind of really changing that much anytime soon. Trump is a great character. Well, he's a great character. He's a tremendous character. I'm way better looking than Kamala Harris. I'm the greatest president America's ever had. And that's no bad news. I think it will be massive this time. Really? Well, we'll see, won't we? Because why was it not last time? When he was in before and nothing really changed, did it? I mean, why would this time be different? But like I said, only time will tell. I just don't have any hope when it comes to politics. The thing is that presidents really don't have that much power anyway. Because it's like they have to. It's like the way that it's all run. It's like very. Yeah. Apparently, when Trump was in last time, gas prices were low. Is that right? But was that because Trump was in, or I mean, there's different factors like in terms of you know, but I'd have to look more into that. I mean, I heard that some things were better under him, but then some things were worse under him. I mean, there was this whole argument over, Roe v. Wade and all that, and people sort of like, but that was that. Well, that wasn't Trump, but that was like, the right wing thing, and but there was this whole kind of, thing with the whole kind of pro-life, pro-choice thing, and there's a lot of the, Republicans are very much pro-life, and that can go against some people's views. So yeah, like I don't know. It's just the way I kind of see it is that people should be taking responsibility for themselves. Because the thing with like, yeah, these sort of things, it's like, actions have consequences, and Trump will never change anything. It's just talk. For the most part, they just say whatever people want to hear to get votes, but yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day today. You need to brush up on the US under Trump. I mean, but as far as I can tell, in terms of like how society was under Trump, really didn't really change that much. Like, it's just, for example, debt kept increasing no matter who gets in. I remember seeing a graph where it showed that um, no matter whether the left or the right come in, debt goes up. So it's like they haven't really bothered to like focus on decreasing the amount of debt, because the more debt, then the more it's going to hurt the average person. But yeah, only time will tell. It's just I don't have any faith in it all. It's just, yeah. I mean, like, people going like biodynamics and all that, but I mean, you could argue like some things are somewhat worse in some ways and somewhat better in some ways under certain, like it's just that people are going to keep arguing over certain things, and it just doesn't seem like there's ever going to be someone that does everything right for the people, that really has their best interests at heart. I mean, I actually think that we should completely do away with like, top-down authority. It should be up to the people what they want. What do we want? That it should be, the people should be allowed to decide what laws they want in, instead of having someone supposedly there to represent everybody, because that's not a democracy, is it? Like, they're going about loads living in a democracy, but we really don't. Like, we don't have a democracy. It's only a democracy for the elites. Like that. So when they talk about a democracy, like, yeah, private police forces. Oh yeah, I know you were saying about you're a republic, but even under Democrats, it's still not a democracy. And yeah, nothing will change. No, I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, there might be some bias towards Trump there, perhaps. I mean, I'm not saying that you necessarily are, but it's just whenever I hear someone saying, "Oh yeah, we need this person in," and it's like, but the way I see it is that both are just as bad as each other in their own ways. I just think that it's just a joke, but we have 50 states that all have a say, but that's states though. That's not individual people though, is it? I mean, that's individual people I'm talking about, that like, in terms of like what the people want, what does everybody want? the individual people being able to actually have a say, actually listen to what people want. We vote as states, not by mobs, right? Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's just an absolute mess. Like, it's very polarized in America. Like, it just feels like things are either too extreme to the left or right, and it's like never any other party gets in. I think that's a problem when it's like they've only got like pretty much two options. A lot of people feel like they've only got two options, so you never really hear any of like the independent parties get through. Like, it's just say I don't think any change will happen as long as that's still the case. We don't have 51% telling 49% what to do. So what do you have then? I mean, but what are you supposed to do then? I mean, if like 51%, that's a majority, then it's like, because then 49% are like, because if it was the other way around, then it would be 49% telling the 51% what to do. I'm so glad that no one goes crazy about politics here in Australia, right? But it's just, I don't know, like, yeah, it's just got crazy, and but it's just like people should have the say and things, and each state has a say. That's what makes us a republic. But what if you're in a state where, like, you feel like you don't have a say, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? You leave a state and go somewhere else? I mean, so you letting some government like vote on your behalf instead of you being able to decide. Like, for example, if, like, say you was in, I don't know, like a certain state where, like a certain law was passed that you didn't like, but you didn't get a say on it, then you felt like you've just been kind of not heard. Then you would be forced to move to a different state. I don't know. It's just we vote for our state to represent us, but the thing is, they don't represent individuals, do they? It's like 50 mini countries, yeah, but it's like they don't represent you, though. How can somebody represent everybody in that state? Someone might decide that, no, I don't like this anymore, and I'm going to leave. They're going to be forced to leave. You know, like, maybe things should be run more on like a local level, and more kind of allow people to decide what they want. Like, we're talking about literally like city to city have different laws, perhaps, so that way people can move between cities if they need to, instead of having to move to an entirely different state. But they're not representing you, though, are they? That's not. That isn't like. I don't like. I don't. It just sounds like authoritarianism to me. That it sounds like a dictatorship. Yeah, but that's yeah. I just don't really agree with that myself. I just don't agree with top-down authority, whether it's at a state level or a national level or what. But yeah, I don't personally agree with any of that. Does Britain have taxes and regulations on everything? A lot of things, yeah. I mean, actually, it has taxes on pretty much everything apart from like baby food and things like that. But for the most part, yeah, there's like VAT. So you get like VAT, and then you get like freaking like income tax on top of that for most people. So being like, and then council tax. Then you got to pay freaking national insurance. Your parliament doesn't make sense to us. The way I would say is that things should be done on a local level, where, for example, people cast votes for things, and as like individuals, they're able to vote on things. And you might say, well, what if it's 51 versus 49? Well, that's on a local level, and maybe in another town, it goes the other way. So I don't know. It could then sort of like, yeah, you could find somewhere where they have different laws that are. I mean, it's just that I just don't agree with like government like interfering with people's lives, because basically under your kind of sort of system, there's like, yeah. Anyway, this is a hellhole. Yeah. So where are you at? Anyway, I think I'm gonna go over to Jace's live. I'm gonna, yeah, probably wrap this up. So yeah, you vote for party rather than an individual in the UK. That's a basic understanding of it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, because in like America, it's like you vote for your governor, and the government as a whole, the system is an effing joke. Yeah, states' rights are important. Every state has a say. Otherwise, the larger states would tell smaller states how to live. Right. Well, how would that work, though? I mean, government should interfere in only people's well-being, make it happen, nothing else. What do you mean? What do you mean people's well-being? But yeah, when it comes to like 51 to 49, I mean, there would be certain things that most people would agree on. Like say it might be 80-20. And if a law was, let's say if you had like in terms of like a democracy that, because I remember someone was saying that like it should be at least 80-20 in order for it to like get passed through in that jurisdiction. California and Texas would rule the country. Oh yeah. Well, they have very different like politics and stuff. So, but I think that would be kind of solved if it was broken up into much smaller segments. In New York, the capital is Albany. However, the entire state is controlled mainly by NYC. Some wanted upstate New York to break away. Oh, really? Albany? Huh. Yeah, that would have been like, they could have like, be a lot better off without New York, I guess. So that's what makes Texas so great. Well, one of many anyway, right? That's the 50 states is broken up in smaller sections. Yeah, but the states themselves are big though. Like you're saying, they're like countries. I'm talking about breaking it up even into like local counties, like for example, LA County and stuff like that, or and run on that kind of level. Yeah, but that because I see it as like like from my kind of point of view on things of like just getting rid of the top down authority and just only having like local councils and things like that, and things like ballot boxes and to like do things like voting on for people to vote on policies and decide where money gets spent, for example. We have that too. Yeah, I mean, but it's like being, sort of like run on any kind of large level, like in terms of like, like being able to have power over millions and millions of people. That's where corruption happens. I mean, yeah, but it's like, but the problem is, it's like, yeah, we have things like, but the problem is that, yeah, we have that, but we also have this top-down authority, and they can basically overrule whatever a local authority decides to want to do. Like it has to go past the parliament basically in order to. I mean, not parliament. I mean the government or whatever. It's like they don't really have any. Like if we want things to happen locally, but then can it actually happen without? It's like it needs to. That like the government is involved is what I'm saying, and that's the problem I see is that when there's interference going on and well, yeah, I mean we've got like like what you call like regions, but I'm talking like counties, like small segments, and like being even boroughs, like how we'd have like yeah, UK got two houses. What you mean? Anyway, but yeah, hope everyone's having a good day today. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up now, so I'll see you all later. I'll be back on about 7 p.m. See you later.